Drew?
27 years.
When did you start?
27 years ago. Why did you just give me a dirty napkin?
No, I meant the year.
Oh. I was like, I just got handed a dirty napkin. It looked like a snot rag. I was like, that's a bold prank. Mid-panel.
So, wow. So, we started at almost the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit ahead.
I've just been saying 25, but I think it was
I know they are.
26 and you're 27.
Yeah, I forget.
I'd love to say I've been voicing half my life, but that would be a lie. Because it's
Closer to a third.
It's
God.
facial. Well, you guys, let me just tell you, I know I speak for Chuck when I say we're very, very happy you're here.
Yes.
One of my favorite things is meet new people. And very, very honored to be here. And we just are here to talk about anything you want to talk about. Chuck's been a part of a million things, and I've been a part of a million things. And if you want to talk about anything related to characters we played, we also, I would be remiss not to point out that we also
I know who
starred in a live-action, very, very well-received web series called Star Trek Continues. It picks up where the original series back in the 60s was canceled, and it finishes that iconic 5-year mission that Captain Kirk talked about.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a voice actor.
Guess who he played? No, he's Dr. McCoy, and I got to fulfill my childhood dream of playing Captain Kirk, Captain James D. Kirk. And we had a great time. A lot of people, 18 million plus viewers.
One of my favorite experiences of my entire acting career, to be sure, is that I've never done a long form series. I did season 2 of American Crime, but this was year after year after year going to what was essentially Star Trek camp for 2 weeks with all our friends, and we would just have the most fun.
It was the
hard
greatest,
work, but it was a lot of fun.
greatest thing in my life. One of my favorite legacies to leave behind, so to speak. So check it out. And you know what the best part is? It's free. Somebody out there is probably like, oh, they're just trying to get in my wallet. They're trying to get me to subscribe to something. Nope. It's all free to watch at StarTrekContinues.com. 11 full-length episodes. And if you're not a Star Trek fan, I'll bet someone in your family is. So let them know about it, and they'll be happy that you did.
Very happy.
So who wants to start us with a question?
What were your favorite scenes voicing Crow, Bronwyn, and Broly from the movie?
Favorite scenes voicing Crow? Wow. From Ruby?
And Broly from the Dragon Ball movie.
From the new Dragon Ball movie?
The old one.
Oh my gosh.
Let me take this first.
Please do.
I wasn't in it.
But had
Go
you,
ahead.
but had you been, which was your favorite?
For both of them, it would be the first scene.
There it is, first scene. I think Crow probably. I love that line. People ask me to write it on pictures where he said, if you were one of my men, I'd kill myself. And then Broly, you know, I've been thinking about Broly a lot. Dragon Ball fans here? Did you ever notice that the old Broly is the one with all the great lines? Somebody the other day was like, brought a new Broly, Funko, and they're like, will you put a quote on it? And I suddenly realized the new Broly, like, he doesn't talk much. He certainly doesn't talk when he fights. The other Broly, like, he just talks smack all the time while he was fighting, right? So, as far as favorite quotes, wow. The original had some great ones.
Kakarot, how much do you love your son?
Kakarot, how much do you love your son? That's a good one. Question? No picture?
Sure, hat.
Wait, I'm gonna pull up Phil Donahue.
I'll be Oprah. I'll sit back here and type.
What's both of our favorite Dragon Ball movies? I'm gonna get a couple minutes here.
I gotta go with Battle of Gods because that was like the rebirth of the genre for me. They called me and they were like, "You're gonna do some Emperor Pilaf," and I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And suddenly I came back to life with a character that had been disappeared disappeared for 15 years or so. And that's always fun as a voice actor because nothing ever goes away. And suddenly you're back in the saddle again doing a character you love, which I do love Emperor Beetle. It was a lot of fun.
It's kind of similar for me. I mean, we did all the Broly movies, the original Broly movies, way back, movie 8 and 10 and 11. And throughout the years, when there were video games and stuff going on, I would always hear people, like even Sabbath would say to me, man.
Yeah, say to him, I'd be like, man.
Exactly, it's like being in the room with him right now.
That's right.
He would say, man, I sure wish they would bring Broly back. Broly's such a great movie, they should bring him back. And he said that for years, and of course I was like, yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it be great? But I didn't think it would ever happen. And then in 18, they called and said, hey, guess what? There's a Dragon Ball Super Broly movie coming out. And what was interesting to me was it wasn't the original Broly. Apparently the way it was described to me, it was Toriyama's vision of the character. The original Broly was not Toriyama's Broly, and the newer Broly, the Super Broly, was a little more quiet and soft-spoken. And they gave him a little more backstory. You know, they gave him a little more development. So you felt like you understood why he was the way he was. That was my favorite part of that movie. Like, when he told the story about Bob's ear and how Bob was his only friend, I loved that scene. Unfortunately, it was about 30 seconds, and then all the rest of it was screaming and yelling, but I loved that one.
Question?
Yes, ma'am. What's my favorite game? What's your favorite game?
Video game wise, I kind of rock the Halo quick plays because you can get one of those done in like 10, 15 minutes and then I can get back to the family. Sometimes play 2 or 3 rounds. I'm Android Huber on Xbox. If you happen to get in a squad with me and I show you how crushing I am as a devastating opponent. My favorite game recently, the one that I was really addicted to playing through was the Spider-Man Miles Morales was one of them.
Do you have a favorite game? What's your favorite game?
Roblox. Oh. Just like my children.
Did you ever play Animal Crossing? I'm going to say that's my favorite game, even though I've never played it.
Sorry.
But I know somebody who did.
My bad.
Maybe I'll try your game. Your game sounds fun. Question?
I don't have an agent currently. I'm mostly producing and writing right now, which doesn't really require an agent. And as far as the voice-over stuff, they just call me when my characters come up again. They're like, you've got 2 lines as Moji. I'm like, Moji from One Piece? I haven't done that in 20 years. And I go into the studio and I do my 2 lines, and I'm like, why is he suddenly really fat? My character turned fat. So I had no idea why.
A lot of people do. Didn't used to, as far as agents are concerned. I always preferred working directly with events, but then events started getting bigger and they started getting new ones. They kept more and more, they just kind of expanded. So I have 3 or 4 different booking agents that will book me for events, or if I have a personal relationship with the organizers, then I'll just work with them directly. It could be anything. Some people like to be exclusive. I don't really like to be exclusive with anybody because there's so many events out there, right? And there may be this guy who is my exclusive agent, and he has no idea how to reach all of these other events. So it's nice to keep your options open in those kind of areas. One of the reasons that I got to be here with you, so it was a blessing for sure.